Welcome, Earthly Souls, to my channel, Earthly Soul Tarot. My name is Daniel. If you are new here, welcome. And if you are not new, welcome back. I'm so glad to have you back, my loves. All right, let's jump in. We're going to be doing a weekly reading today. So we're going to look into how this week is going to play out for you. I believe this is for the dates April 13th, which is today, Sunday, to whatever next Sunday is. Okay, I'm not about to do that mental work. All right, do remember this is a collective reading, so some things might resonate, some things might not, and it'll resonate in your own way as well. So take everything as it resonates to you. Your intuition is what's most important. So let's ask your spirit guides how the beginning of this week is going to be playing out for you. I want to see what energies you're bringing into the week. Okay, off the bat, Six of Wands. Very interesting. So a lot of you, oh, okay, hold on. Spirit's like wanting to go super fast right now. The World right next to the Six of Wands. This is exciting energy because this feels like a lot of you have come to some sort of realization or achievement. There could be an achievement that you've just reached, okay? A huge achievement, all right? Whether it be within your career or a relationship, maybe it's a spiritual achievement, some sort of awakening, a level up, whatever it may be. I do feel like for some reason it's pretty big, and I feel like a lot of eyes are going to be on you as well. So there could be something here about recognition. Maybe coming into this week, you're very involved with the people around you. People are going to be surrounding you, kind of. I don't know, there's something about like you really being put in some sort of spotlight. You could also be coming into this week feeling very refreshed as well. I feel like there's a huge, just like a fresh energy kind of revolving around you, which feels very nice. So you could be feeling very cleansed this week. Maybe you're starting the week off by doing a cleansing, possibly like decluttering your home, cleaning your space, doing some kind of late spring cleaning is what I'm seeing as well. The Nine of Pentacles is also coming up here. So financially, you could be pretty well off right now. Things could be feeling very like flow. Like there's some sort of energy here where it's like you're in a flow state in regards to a lot in your life, not just like monetarily, but just physically, emotionally. There's like a flow state about you coming into the week. And then the Page of Cups is also coming up here. I feel like a lot of you are coming into this week with a very clean slate overall, and also feeling very enthusiastic about something, very hopeful. There's almost like this energy where it's like you're coming into something with no expectations at all, and because of that, things are going to seem much more positive than maybe they actually are, which is a great energy because you're in a very optimistic mindset right now. So overall, a really great strong start to your week. The week feels very, again, the beginning of the week feels very cleansed, very fresh. So let's see, I want to go ahead and ask your spirit guides what energy they want you to be bringing into this week. So maybe this is an energy that you need more of right now, something that will really support you throughout the week. And that is going to be the King of Cups energy. So maintaining a very strong head, okay? Maintaining very strong emotional reactions. I don't know if I'm wording that right. I guess making sure that you're bringing a very emotionally stable energy with you into the week, okay? There could be situations this week that might ruffle your feathers, maybe in a good way, maybe in a bad way, but it's going to be intense. It's going to cause a reaction of some sort. And so I feel like your guides are wanting you to be very, very, I don't want to say calculated because that sounds like sneaky. Be very intentional, I guess, with the way that you are managing your emotions. I don't want to say controlling your emotions, but more so managing them. Anything else, Spirit? Anything else that we should be bringing into the week with us? Okay, and the Eight of Cups, which is an energy of letting go. It's an energy of choosing to put something down when you know that it's become too heavy for you as well. So a lot of you could be, again, this is very much like cleansing energy, right? Like letting go of things that we maybe don't need anymore. So maybe if you're feeling called to, like I said, declutter your home, donate some things, maybe you're selling some things. That's an energy that is really good for you actually this week, because I feel like it's going to not only take off a physical load from your life, but a huge emotional and spiritual load as well. And that's also a lot of the times why we could be feeling very tired or very, overloaded, because we also have a lot of stuff in our house. It's a very, very important detail that we tend to overlook sometimes. So, my loves, the cards are going crazy. Spirit's trying to tell you something for sure. Let's go on ahead and move into the middle of the week. So, what situations might you encounter? What energies you might encounter? The Judgment card is the card that came out flying for you. So, Judgment, this could honestly mean anything, but I feel like there's going to be a major point this week in which you receive something that you've been working for, or something that you deserve. This feels very fated for you, the Ten of Pentacles. I can't make this up. Yeah, a lot of you could be seeing a very big boost in finances in the middle of the week. There's something here within your career that is like booming, like business is booming is what I'm hearing. There's also going to be a lot of responsibilities being put on you, I'm seeing, in the middle of the week. So you could become very out of nowhere, like a lot of things are going to appear on your plate, which is a blessing, but it can be very emotionally taxing as well, which is why I feel like your guides really want you to really come into this week with a clean slate, because your guides are about to put a lot on your plate. All right, my loves. The Eight of Wands as well. Yeah, the Eight of Wands is all about change. Not just change, but really fast change. Things are changing, okay? You could be receiving a lot of new messages, like big news as well. This could be very big news coming your way this week. I don't know why I just heard somebody's gonna be a grandparent. I don't know, that might not resonate with everyone, but it will resonate with someone. Yeah, like news of something coming into your life, something very fulfilling, something very abundant. Again, with the ten of coins, I was gonna say cups, coins, it's kind of giving like a Ten of Cups energy as well, where it's not just financial abundance. This could also mean emotional abundance, like a wish fulfillment coming true, which is amazing. The Six of Pentacles is also here. So again, there's like this very balanced energy coming into your life. I feel like if you've been putting out good energy, that's certainly where you're going to be receiving in the middle of this week, my loves. Anything else that we're going to be facing in the middle of the week, Spirit? What else? Yeah, I keep hearing like the message of like big news. There's big news coming your way. The Knight of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles is a very, again, I don't know why I keep wanting to say the word calculated. It is a very strategic energy. It's a slow moving knight, okay? The Knight of Pentacles is a very steady, slow but steady energy. So I feel like there's going to be a point in the middle of the week where you realize that you're almost going to want to start handling all these responsibilities like quickly. But I feel like there's going to be a major point in which you stop yourself and realize, oh, actually, I should be taking things slow. Hold on, you guys. So yeah, as I was saying, there's going to be a point in the middle of the week where you start to realize, hold on, I'm going too fast. I'm trying to do everything all at once. You're learning your lesson, is what I'm getting, okay, my loves? You're learning a huge lesson. You're starting to apply the things you've learned as well, which is really, really great. Anything else, Spirit? Let's get one more last message for the middle of the week. The middle of the week. What else? Can we hear a little bit about this big news? I'm very curious. The Hierophant. Yeah, I don't know. Someone could be getting married. I feel like this big news definitely has to do with family. There's something family-wise that is going on in your energy. Again, some of you could be either expecting to be a grandparent. Someone could be getting married. There's an engagement. Something here. It's like something very traditional, it feels. So it could be a wedding. I don't know. That's very exciting. But again, that might not resonate with everyone. The Chariot is actually also coming up. So There could also be some travel news. Maybe someone's going on vacation. Could also signify honeymoon. I don't know. It's very exciting though. Again, big news is coming this week, so keep your ears perked up, my loves. Let's move on to the end of the week. Okay, so the Five of Swords is coming up for the ending energy of the week. Spirit, can you tell me a little bit about this Five of Swords? Okay. So we're getting the Tower and Temperance right next to each other. That's very odd. Okay. The Five of Swords and the Tower. Something's definitely being shaken up by the end of the week. Something's changing. Can we clarify the Five of Swords a little bit? The Queen of Wands, and she came up in reverse. I feel like some of you might have a little bit of a dip in energy by the end of the week. I don't know why. It could be because of, everything going on. The energies feel very, very intense this week. And by the end of the week, I feel like you're just going to want to kind of fall down like this tower. Like just fall down and let everything just go for a little bit. Maybe lose some control over something. It's like you kind of, I don't want to say giving up because that sounds very negative. It's not giving up on something. It's more so like taking a break. Especially with the Temperance. It's like you're going to be called to, oh my gosh, I can't pick this card up. You're going to be called to pour into yourself by the end of the week. Whether that be in the form of self-care. Maybe, I feel like some of you might have to tell somebody no by the end of the week. Like someone could be coming up to you asking for a favor and you're going to have to tell them, no, I can't do that right now. I need to, I need to pour into myself first before I can pour into you. So that's kind of an energy that I'm getting here. What else, Spirit? What else? The Magician is coming up for you. Something about manifesting, and the Strength card as well. Yeah, I feel like this is you kind of gathering your strength in order to manifest something. I think a lot of you are reaching a point where you can tell that you're very good at manifesting, that whatever you put your mind to comes true. And so I feel like there's gonna be something that you're going to kind of set your eyes on by the end of the week. I'm almost seeing a change of direction. I'm not sure within what. I don't know if it's within career, within love life, within home life. I'm not sure. I feel like that'll go more into next week's reading. But you're definitely kind of turning your head. And maybe that's why the Five of Swords is here, because it's like you're choosing to set something down and turn away and look towards something else. So that's very interesting. The Seven of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So this definitely could signify you finally realizing what you actually want, rather than listening to maybe other people's opinions or absorbing other people's energy so much. And I feel like that's why there's a big energy on cleansing this week, because you're going to start realizing what energy belongs to you and which energy doesn't. It's like something about your energy has felt maybe off for quite some time, and you're starting to realize that it's because it's not your energy. It's coming from somewhere else. And so the moment that you cleanse and let go of that energy and you become this clean slate, you start absorbing from yourself, especially when you start setting boundaries and, doing self-care and taking care of yourself more. You start communicating with your higher self more and start absorbing your own ideas and your own energies. And then you realize, wow, I'm actually not as aligned with myself as I thought I was. And then that's when you start to want to make some changes, okay? So I definitely feel like by the end of the week, there's going to be a lot of rebuilding yourself, okay? It's going to start emotionally and mentally first before it can bleed into your physical. But there's definitely a new journey being started here, especially with that Tower moment, the Temperance. It's like you're going to start living for yourself, which is such a beautiful energy to be in, collective. I feel like that's the energy you've been striving to get to, and you're getting there. You're getting there, my loves. Let's get, Queen of Cups, as I'm saying that too. Thank you for the confirmation, Spirit. Let's pull a few oracle cards for the ending of this reading. Spirit guides, can we get any messages, any confirmation messages or advice? So let's get some messages to let you know that you're on the right path. All right, so we're getting a gape. All right, so that's such a funny word. But yeah, this energy of being open. Right now, you're cleansing, you're opening up your kind of like your doorway, right? For new possibilities to come in. So again, if you do feel like you're compelled to like cleanse or let go of things, you are on the right path. What else, Spirit? What else? What else? You're getting the box. So this is also kind of like, and the seed as well. So when I see this card that says the box, it kind of reminds me of this same card, the agape card, because it's like you're kind of opening up. You're opening some sort of box here. It's like you're also stepping outside of the box. You know that saying when people say, think outside the box. You're quite literally going to start doing that this week. And it's going to actually plant a seed. And this seed is literally you entering this new journey, this spiritual journey, because I feel like it's a very spiritual, coming together with yourself type of journey, which is very beautiful. And so something also about gardening could be significant. Maybe you're someone that likes to plant seeds. Maybe you're thinking of starting a garden, or this could also very much mean a pregnancy of some sorts as well, like a new life being created. Let's get one more, Spirit. And the stone is here as well. So as open as Spirit is calling you to be, they also want you to remain grounded, okay? The stone is a very powerful energy because it knows what it is. It knows where it comes from, and it knows where it needs to be. Confirmation burp, sorry. And so as cleared and open as you should be, you should still remain true to yourself, okay? Make sure that you're not doing anything that doesn't feel right to you. Just because we're being called to change doesn't mean that we're straying away from ourselves, or that we have to completely do like a complete 180 on ourselves. You can still remain true to who you are and still keep those same values, those same morals, those same ideas, your beliefs. You can just choose to execute them in a different way, right? Experiment with it, but make sure that you're being true to yourself, I guess is what I'm trying to say here. Yeah, I think we're gonna leave the reading at that. I think that's it for you guys. I hope this week is amazing. I love you so much. Again, thank you for being here. I would really appreciate it if you liked, comment, and subscribed on the video. Subscribe to my channel. And I love you so much. I'll see you on the next reading.